A CKY Newsline. Brought to you by The Brick.
Welcome and thank you for joining CKY News at 6. I am Marina and this is Jennifer, and tonight we have a special exclusive on the collective bargaining negotiations between Canada Post and the Canadian Union of Postal Workers.
As we all know, a strike may be underway shortly as the union has just issued a strike vote. So tonight we will identify who the parties involved are and what led up to those negotiations. I will now let Romina take it away as she is here with Mr. Lemlin, who is the president of the Canadian Union of Postal Workers.
Hi Mr. Lemlin, we appreciate you speaking with us this evening. Could you describe who the Canadian Union of Postal Workers are?
Hi Romina, thank you for having me. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers, or CKY, is a public sector trade union with approximately 54,000 members, representing postal workers employed at Canada Post, as well as private sector workers outside of Canada Post. CKY represents inside postal workers such as postal clerks and mail handlers, outside postal workers such as letter carriers and motorized service carriers, as well as technical and general laborers, which are mostly mechanics, electronic technicians, and electricians.
Oh wow, so you're representing the interest of a lot of people in the union. Can I ask why you decided to issue a strike vote?
It was a hard decision, but after 6 months of negotiations with Canada Post over our collective agreement, we felt that implementing our right to strike would be the only way for Canada Post to actually take our interests seriously.
And what are those interests, Mr. Lemlin?
The union has severe concerns about the introduction of the new mailing processing technology, and Canada Post is looking to implement. We are concerned about how the jobs of several of our workers are being digitized as a substitution to the traditional mailing system, and the issue of job security has been one of the many major driving forces behind the negotiations.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Lemlin. We appreciate you being here with us tonight. Now we're going to hear from Jennifer, who's currently sitting with Deepak Chopra, the President and CEO of Canada Post.
Thank you, Romina. Mr. Chopra, could you describe a little bit about who Canada Post is and what they do?
Yes. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for having me. Canada Post is a crown corporation who has functioned as Canada's primary postal operator since 1867. We currently have approximately 71,000 full and part-time employees who provide a full range of services to over 14.8 million different addresses across Canada.
We heard from Mr. Lemlin earlier this evening about your decision to try to automate part of the traditional mail system. Could you tell us why that is important to Canada Post?
Absolutely. Currently, it is estimated that 65% of our overall expenses are due to salaries and benefits, and since the government has mandated that our corporation must maintain self-sufficient, I am simply trying to find ways to cut some of those costs. Door-to-door delivery service is the most costly service we offer, and since domestic letter mail delivery has decreased by about 1 billion pieces since 2006, it is costing us more than it needs to keep employing over 15,000 letter carriers and utilizing over 7,000 vehicles.
Yes, I can certainly understand where you are coming from. It seems as if we have just scratched the surface of these negotiations, and there are several other issues that we need to explore. Stay tuned to CKY News for updates as both Canada Post and the Canadian Union of Postal Workers continue through mediation in hopes of ratifying an agreement before the union strikes.
A CKY Newsline. Brought to you by The Brick.